What if I told you that on one night in 1997, an entire city became witnesses to something that would challenge everything we thought we knew about what flies in our skies? On March 13th, 1997, the desert metropolis of Phoenix, Arizona, became the stage for one of the most documented mass UFO sightings in human history. Thousands of people, pilots, police officers, doctors, teachers, children, all saw the same impossible thing. A massive V-shaped formation of lights, silent as death, gliding across the Arizona sky like nothing earthly should. Some witnesses described seeing actual solid craft, so enormous, they blocked out entire sections of the star-filled desert sky. But here's what makes this case truly extraordinary. It wasn't just seen by a few people in a remote field. This was witnessed by an estimated 10,000 people across multiple states, captured on video and investigated by authorities. Yet even today, over 25 years later, what happened that night remains one of the most compelling unsolved mysteries in modern history. I'm about to take you inside the Phoenix Lights incident, minute by minute, witness by witness. We'll examine the evidence, hear from people who were there, and explore theories that range from military exercises to something far more extraordinary. By the end of this investigation, you'll understand why this single night changed how we think about unexplained phenomena forever. But I need to warn you, what you're about to hear challenges conventional explanations in ways that might make you question what's really happening in our skies. So let's begin with the setting. Phoenix, Arizona, March 13th, 1997. It was a clear Thursday evening, the kind of crystal clear desert night where you can see every star in the sky. The temperature was perfect, around 65 degrees with virtually no wind or atmospheric disturbance. These were ideal conditions for visibility, which makes what happened next even more remarkable. At approximately 8:15 p.m., the first reports began trickling into local police stations and news outlets. But these weren't the typical scattered, unreliable UFO reports that authorities usually dismiss. These were multiple independent witnesses all describing the same phenomenon occurring simultaneously across hundreds of miles. The first sighting occurred in Henderson, Nevada, just northwest of Las Vegas. A retired police officer named Tom King was outside his home when he noticed unusual lights approaching from the northwest. King described seeing a perfect V formation of 5 lights, amber in color, moving silently through the night sky. What struck him immediately was the silence. No engine noise, no sound whatsoever. As a former law enforcement officer, King was trained to observe details accurately, and he was certain this was unlike any aircraft he'd ever seen. The formation moved steadily southeast, maintaining perfect spacing between the lights. Approximately 30 minutes later, similar reports began pouring in from Prescott, Arizona, about 100 miles south of Henderson. Multiple witnesses in Prescott described seeing the same V-shaped formation passing over their city. Among these witnesses was Tim Lay, a commercial pilot with over 20 years of flying experience. Lay was in his backyard with his family when they spotted the lights approaching from the north. As a professional pilot, Lay immediately began analyzing what he was seeing. He estimated the formation was flying at approximately 10,000 feet altitude and moving at roughly 100 miles per hour. But what troubled him was the complete absence of navigation, lights, strobe lights, or any other FAA-required lighting. More disturbing was the total silence. Lay knew that any conventional aircraft at that altitude and speed would be audible. He watched through binoculars as the formation maintained perfect geometry while passing directly overhead. But Lay saw something else that night that would haunt him for years to come. Looking through his binoculars, he claimed he could see a solid, dark triangular shape connecting the lights. According to Lay, this wasn't just lights flying in formation. It was a single massive craft. He described it as roughly the size of 2 football fields, a dark mass that blocked out the stars behind it. The formation continued its southeastern trajectory, and approximately 45 minutes later, it reached the Phoenix metropolitan area. This is where the story takes a truly extraordinary turn, because what happened in Phoenix was witnessed by thousands of people simultaneously. Dr. Lin Kai-tae, a physician living in the Paradise Valley area of Wuhan, Phoenix, was one of the most articulate witnesses. Dr. Kai-tae was on her balcony around 9:50 p.m. when she noticed unusual lights approaching from the northwest. As a medical professional, she approached the sighting with scientific skepticism and careful observation. She described seeing enormous orbs of amber light arranged in a perfect V formation. According to Dr. Kai-tae, the lights appeared to be attached to something much larger, something solid that she couldn't quite make out against the dark sky. She estimated the craft's wingspan at over a mile wide, moving silently at what appeared to be a very low altitude. Dr. Kai-tae managed to take several photographs, though like many pictures of unexplained phenomena, they showed only points of light against a dark background. But the photographs weren't the most compelling evidence. It was the sheer number of independent witnesses, all describing the same thing. Across Phoenix, people were stepping out of restaurants, stopping their cars, and calling friends and family to come outside and witness the spectacle. Among the most credible witnesses was Fife Symington, who at the time was the governor of Arizona, though Symington wouldn't publicly admit what he saw until years later. He was outside his Phoenix residence that night and witnessed the entire event. In later interviews, Symington, a former Air Force pilot, described seeing a massive triangular craft that was clearly not any known military aircraft. The fact that a sitting governor, an experienced military pilot, witnessed the event added significant credibility to the reports. But perhaps the most detailed account came from a family in the Ahwatukee area of Phoenix. The family, who requested anonymity, claimed that they saw not just lights, but a massive solid object passing directly over their home. According to their account, the craft was so large and so low that it blocked out a significant portion of the night sky. They described seeing a dark, metallic surface with lights around its perimeter, moving completely silently. The father of the family estimated that the craft took nearly 2 minutes to pass completely over their property. At the speed it was moving, he calculated that the craft would have had to be over 2 miles long. These accounts might sound impossible, but they were, corroborated by hundreds of other witnesses across the Phoenix area. Phone lines at local police stations, news stations, and Luke Air Force Base were jammed with reports. Local television station KPNX received over 700 phone calls that night from people reporting the same phenomenon. What makes these reports particularly compelling is the consistency across all witnesses. Despite being spread across hundreds of miles and having no contact with each other, witnesses described virtually identical details. The V-shaped formation, the amber or white lights, the complete silence, and the enormous size. Many witnesses also reported that the craft appeared to be flying at an impossibly low altitude for something so large. After passing over Phoenix, the formation continued southeast toward Tucson. Witnesses in Tucson reported seeing the same V-shaped lights around 10:30 p.m., maintaining the same formation and flight characteristics. The total flight path from Henderson, Nevada to Tucson, Arizona, covered over 300 miles and took approximately 2.5 hours. But the Phoenix Lights incident wasn't just about this single V-shaped formation. Later that same evening, around 10 p.m., a second set of lights appeared over Phoenix. These were different from the V formation. They appeared as a series of stationary lights hanging in the sky south of Phoenix. Witnesses described seeing up to 9 lights arranged in a rough line, hovering motionless for several minutes. These stationary lights were captured on video by numerous witnesses, including amateur photographer Mike Kristen. Kristen's footage shows a series of bright lights against the dark sky, appearing to hover without movement. The lights appeared to turn on and off in sequence, with some disappearing and reappearing in slightly different positions. This second event lasted approximately 30 minutes before the lights gradually disappeared. The existence of two separate events at night is complicated. Investigations and explanations ever since. While the first event, the V-shaped formation, traveled hundreds of miles over multiple states, the second event was stationary and localized to the Phoenix area. Both events defied conventional explanation, but in completely different ways. As news of the sighting spread, the response from authorities was swift but unsatisfying. Luke Air Force Base, located just west of Phoenix, initially claimed they had no aircraft in the area that night. The Federal Aviation Administration stated they had no unusual radar contacts or flight plan deviations. Local police departments, while acknowledging they had received numerous reports, offered no official explanation for what people had seen. The lack of immediate official response only fueled more speculation and controversy. 3 months later, in June 1997, the military finally offered an explanation for the second set of lights. They claimed that the stationary lights seen later in the evening were illumination flares dropped during a training exercise at the Berry Goldwater Range. According to the military, a 10 Warthog aircraft from the Maryland Air National Guard had been conducting training exercises. The flares, they explained, were high-intensity illumination flares used for nighttime training operations. This explanation addressed the second event, but it completely ignored the earlier V-shaped formation that had traveled across multiple states. Many witnesses found this explanation unsatisfactory for several reasons. First, experienced military personnel and pilots among them either. Witnesses stated that the lights behaved nothing like conventional flares. Flares typically drift with wind currents and fade gradually as they burn out. The Phoenix lights appeared to maintain fixed positions and disappeared suddenly rather than gradually fading. Additionally, the military explanation came 3 months after the incident, raising questions about why it took so long to identify routine training exercises. Most significantly, the flare explanation completely ignored the V-shaped formation that was witnessed by thousands of people across multiple states. This selective explanation led many to believe that authorities were deliberately avoiding addressing the more challenging aspects of the incident. To understand the full impact of the Phoenix Lights incident, we need to examine the backgrounds and credibility of the witnesses. These weren't just random UFO enthusiasts or people predisposed to believing in extraterrestrial visitation. Among the witnesses were commercial and military pilots, police, officers, doctors, engineers, and government officials. Captain Ray Boyer, a commercial airline pilot, was flying near Phoenix that night and reported seeing unusual lights that didn't match any known aircraft. Several Phoenix police officers, while on duty, witnessed the lights and filed official reports. Dr. Lynn Kaite, whom we mentioned earlier, was a respected physician with no prior interest in UFO phenomena. After her experience, she became one of the most vocal advocates for serious investigation of the incident. Former Governor Fife Symington, despite initially remaining silent about his experience, later became a strong proponent for government transparency on UFO issues. The diversity and credibility of the witnesses made the Phoenix Lights incident impossible to dismiss as mass hysteria or misidentification. But witness testimony, no matter how credible, is just part of the evidence. The Phoenix Lights incident was also captured on video by multiple independent sources. The most famous footage was taken by Mike Kristen, showing the stationary lights hovering over Phoenix. His footage clearly shows multiple bright lights against the night sky, maintaining fixed positions for extended periods. Other amateur photographers and videographers captured similar footage from different locations around Phoenix. What's remarkable about these videos is that they were taken independently by people who didn't know each other. Yet the footage shows consistent characteristics: bright lights, maintaining formation, no visible aircraft structure, and completely silent operation. Professional video analysis of this footage has been conducted by several independent investigators. The analysis ruled out common explanations like aircraft lights, celestial objects, or atmospheric phenomena. Computer enhancement of the images revealed no visible means of propulsion or conventional aircraft characteristics. However, the limitation of the video evidence is that it primarily captures the stationary lights from the second event. The V-shaped formation from earlier in the evening was not extensively filmed, mainly because it appeared before most people had time to react. This discrepancy between the two events has led to ongoing debates about which aspect of the Phoenix Lights incident is more significant. Beyond visual evidence, investigators have examined other forms of data from that night. Radar data from Sky Harbor International Airport and Davis-Monthan Air Force Base was analyzed for unusual contacts. Initially, both facilities claimed they detected no unusual radar signatures that night. However, years later, Freedom of Information Act requests revealed that there were indeed unexplained radar contacts in the Phoenix area. These contacts showed objects moving at speeds and in patterns that didn't match conventional aircraft. The radar data corroborated witness reports of large objects moving silently through restricted airspace. However, the radar data also raised new questions, as the objects appeared to be much larger and moving differently than typical aircraft. Environmental data from that night has also been scrutinized for clues. Weather conditions were ideal for visibility, with clear skies, low humidity, and minimal wind. Atmospheric scientists have ruled out natural phenomena like ball, lightning, temperature inversions, or unusual cloud formations. The electromagnetic signature of the area was also analyzed, but no unusual electromagnetic disturbances were recorded. This absence of electromagnetic effects is actually puzzling, as many witnesses reported that the objects appeared to be very large and technologically advanced. Over the years, numerous theories have been proposed to explain the Phoenix Lights incident. The official military explanation of illumination flares addresses only the second event and ignores the V-shaped formation entirely. Some skeptics have suggested that the V-shaped formation was actually a group of military aircraft flying in formation. However, this theory faces several problems. Military aircraft are required to display navigation lights and follow specific flight corridors. The objects witnessed over Phoenix displayed no navigation lights and flew directly over populated areas without prior notification. Additionally, military aircraft produce significant noise, especially when flying in formation at low altitude. The complete silence reported by all witnesses is inconsistent with conventional military aircraft. Another theory suggests the lights were some form of experimental aircraft being tested by the military. This theory gained some credibility when it was revealed that the military was indeed developing stealth technology and experimental aircraft during this period. However, even the most advanced experimental aircraft of 1997 couldn't account for the size, silence, and flight characteristics reported by witnesses. The B-2 stealth bomber, for example, was operational by 1997 but is much smaller than what witnesses described and produces audible engine noise. Some researchers have proposed that the Phoenix Lights were some form of atmospheric plasma phenomenon. This theory suggests that unusual atmospheric conditions created a natural plasma formation that appeared as organized lights. While plasma phenomena do occur in nature, they typically last only seconds or minutes and appear random rather than organized. The Phoenix Lights maintained perfect formation for over 2 hours, across hundreds of miles, which is inconsistent with natural plasma behavior. The most controversial theory, of course, is that the Phoenix Lights represented some form of extraterrestrial technology. Proponents of this theory point to the advanced flight characteristics, the enormous size, and the complete silence as evidence of technology beyond human capability. They argue that no known human technology in 1997 could produce aircraft of the reported size flying silently at such low altitudes. Skeptics counter that extraterrestrial visitation remains unproven, and that conventional explanations, while imperfect, are more plausible. However, even committed skeptics acknowledge that the Phoenix Lights incident contains elements that resist conventional explanation. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Phoenix Lights case is how it was handled by government and military authorities. Initially, there was complete silence from official sources about the incident. Despite thousands of witnesses and extensive media coverage, no government agency provided any immediate explanation. This silence continued for 3 months until the military offered the flare explanation for the second event. Even then, officials refused to address the V-shaped formation that had been witnessed across multiple states. The delayed and partial explanation raised questions about what authorities actually knew about the incident. Years later, Freedom of Information Act requests revealed that the incident had been discussed at high levels of government and military command. Internal documents showed that officials were aware of the flare. Explanation didn't account for all aspects of the sightings. Some documents, heavily redacted, suggest that the incident was classified and that full information was not being released to the public. Former Governor Fife Symington later revealed that he had personally contacted military officials after witnessing the event. According to Symington, military officials assured him they were investigating, but provided no details about their findings. Symington also claimed that he was advised not to make public statements about what he had witnessed. This advice led to one of the more controversial aspects of the Phoenix Lights aftermath. At a press conference shortly after the incident, Governor Symington appeared to mock the sightings by having a staff member dress up in an alien costume. This staged event was widely reported and seemed to trivialize the concerns of thousands of witnesses. Years later, Symington revealed that the press conference was intended to deflect attention and reduce public hysteria. He claimed he had been advised that making light of the incident would help calm public concern. However, Symington later admitted he regretted this approach and acknowledged that it was disrespectful to the witnesses. In 2007, 10 years after the incident, Symington publicly revealed that he had also witnessed the Phoenix Lights. Speaking at a National Press Club event, he described seeing a massive triangular craft that was clearly not any known military aircraft. Symington's admission added significant credibility to witness accounts and raised new questions about official handling of the incident. The Phoenix Lights incident also had a profound impact on the witnesses themselves. Many people who saw the lights that night reported that they experienced fundamentally changed their worldview. Dr. Lin Kaite, for example, became a full-time researcher and advocate for UFO disclosure after her experience. She has written books, produced documentaries, and spoken at conferences about the need for scientific investigation of unexplained phenomena. Many other witnesses reported feeling frustrated by the official response and the lack of serious investigation. Some witnesses formed support groups to discuss their experiences and advocate for more transparency from authorities. The psychological impact on witnesses has been studied by researchers interested in the effects of unexplained encounters. Most Phoenix Lights witnesses showed no signs of psychological disturbance or delusional thinking. Instead, they displayed characteristics typical of people who had experienced something genuinely unusual and were seeking rational explanations. The consistency of witness accounts across diverse populations suggests that whatever happened that night was objectively real rather than imagined. From a scientific perspective, the Phoenix Lights incident presents several challenges to conventional understanding. The reported size of the craft, up to 2 miles wide, according to some witnesses, exceeds anything in human aviation technology. The complete silence of such a large object violates basic principles of aerodynamics and propulsion. Any conventional aircraft large enough to match witness descriptions would require massive engines producing enormous noise. The flight characteristics described by witnesses also challenge known physics and aviation principles. Objects of the reported size flying at low altitude should create significant air displacement and atmospheric disturbance. Yet witnesses reported no wind, no air turbulence, and no environmental effects from the passing craft. The perfect formation flying across hundreds of miles also suggests a level of technological sophistication beyond 1997 capabilities. Modern computer-controlled flight systems might achieve such precision, but not the massive silent craft described by witnesses. Some researchers have attempted to reverse engineer the technology that could produce the observed effects. Theoretical propulsion systems like electromagnetic levitation or gravity manipulation have been proposed. However, these technologies remain theoretical and far beyond current human engineering capabilities. The energy requirements alone for silent flight of such massive objects would be enormous. From an investigative standpoint, the Phoenix Lights case has been studied by numerous independent researchers. The Mutual UFO Network, or UFON, conducted extensive investigations interviewing hundreds of witnesses. Their investigation concluded that the witness accounts were consistent and credible, but they couldn't determine what had been observed. The National Institute for Discovery Science, funded by businessman Robert Bigelow, also investigated the incident. Their team included former military intelligence officers, scientists, and aviation experts. After extensive analysis, they concluded that conventional explanations were inadequate to account for all aspects of the sightings. Independent investigators have also attempted to recreate the conditions that might produce similar visual effects. Experiments with flares, aircraft formations, and atmospheric phenomena have failed to reproduce the characteristics reported by witnesses. The scale, duration, and behavior of the Phoenix Lights appear to be unique in recorded aviation history. Media coverage of the Phoenix Lights incident was extensive, but often sensationalized. Local news stations in Phoenix provided detailed coverage, interviewing dozens of witnesses. National media outlets picked up the story, though coverage often focused on the more sensational aspects. Unfortunately, much media coverage emphasized the UFO angle, without serious examination of the evidence. This approach led many people to dismiss the incident without considering the credibility of the witnesses. Documentary filmmakers have produced several in-depth examinations of the Phoenix Lights incident. These documentaries have interviewed witnesses, analyzed the evidence, and explored various theories. The most comprehensive documentary, The Phoenix Lights, was produced by Dr. Lin Kai-tae and premiered in 2005. The film includes interviews with dozens of witnesses and presents the evidence in a scientific, non-sensational manner. Television programs have also featured the Phoenix Lights on shows dedicated to unexplained phenomena. While some of these presentations were sensationalized, others provided serious examination of the evidence. The incident has also been featured in books about UFO phenomena and unexplained aviation incidents. Authors have examined the case from various perspectives, including scientific, military, and sociological angles. The Phoenix Lights incident occurred during a period of increased interest in unexplained aerial phenomena. The 1990s saw numerous high-profile UFO incidents, including the Belgian UFO wave and the Rendlesham Forest incident. However, the Phoenix Lights stood out due to the number of witnesses and the level of documentation. Unlike many UFO incidents that involve only a few witnesses in remote locations, the Phoenix Lights were seen by thousands in a major metropolitan area. The incident also occurred during the early days of widespread internet usage, allowing witnesses to connect and compare their experiences. Online forums and websites dedicated to the Phoenix Lights appeared within days of the incident. These platforms allowed witnesses to share their accounts and organize efforts to seek official explanations. The internet also enabled rapid dissemination of video footage and photographs from the incident. This immediate sharing of evidence was unprecedented for UFO incidents at the time. From a sociological perspective, the Phoenix Lights incident reveals interesting patterns about how society responds to unexplained phenomena. The initial response from authorities was denial and silence, followed by a partial explanation that didn't address all aspects of the incident. This pattern of official response is common in unexplained aerial phenomena cases. The public response varied from genuine curiosity to immediate dismissal based on preconceived beliefs about UFOs. Many people who were initially skeptical became believers after hearing detailed witness accounts. Conversely, some people dismissed the incident regardless of the evidence simply because it involved unexplained phenomena. The incident also highlighted the challenge of investigating unexplained phenomena in a scientific manner. Traditional scientific methods rely on reproducible experiments and controlled conditions. Unexplained aerial phenomena, by their nature, cannot be reproduced or studied under controlled conditions. This limitation makes it difficult to apply conventional scientific analysis to such incidents. Researchers have had to develop new methodologies for investigating unexplained phenomena based on witness testimony, physical evidence, and statistical analysis. The Phoenix Lights case has become a model for how such investigations should be conducted. International interest in the Phoenix Lights incident has remained high over the decades. The case is regularly cited in discussions about unexplained aerial phenomena worldwide. Similar incidents have been reported in other countries, though none with the same scale or level of documentation. The Phoenix Lights have influenced how other countries investigate and report unexplained aerial phenomena. Several nations have established official programs to investigate such incidents, partly inspired by cases like Phoenix. The incident has also become a cultural touchstone, referenced in movies, television shows, and literature. Phoenix has embraced its association with the incident, hosting annual conferences and events related to the Phoenix Lights. The city has even incorporated the incident into its tourism marketing, recognizing the ongoing interest in the case. As we examine the long-term impact of the Phoenix Lights incident, several significant developments emerge. The case contributed to growing public pressure for government transparency regarding unexplained aerial phenomena. This pressure eventually led to congressional hearings and official acknowledgement of unexplained aerial phenomena by military and intelligence agencies. In recent years, the U.S. government has released previously classified footage of unexplained aerial phenomena. These releases, while not directly related to Phoenix, validate the concerns raised by Phoenix Lights witnesses about official transparency. The Pentagon has also established official programs to investigate unexplained aerial phenomena, marking a significant shift from decades of denial. Former Phoenix Lights witnesses have participated in these official investigations, providing their accounts to government researchers. The credibility established by the Phoenix Lights case has contributed to a more serious approach to investigating such phenomena. Scientific interest in unexplained aerial phenomena has also increased significantly since the Phoenix Lights incident. Universities and research institutions that previously avoided the topic now conduct serious investigations. The Phoenix Lights case is frequently cited as an example of how credible witness testimony should be evaluated. Advanced analysis techniques developed since 1997 have been applied retroactively to Phoenix Lights evidence. Computer modeling and enhanced video analysis have provided new insights into the incident. However, these new analysis techniques have not definitively resolved what happened that night. If anything, enhanced analysis has made the conventional explanations even more problematic. The technological implications of the Phoenix Lights continue to fascinate researchers and engineers. If the witnessed objects were indeed technological craft, they demonstrated capabilities far beyond current human technology. Silent propulsion, massive size, and precise formation flight represent significant technological achievements. Some researchers have used the Phoenix Lights specifications to explore theoretical propulsion concepts. These studies have contributed to research into advanced propulsion systems and electromagnetic phenomena. While no practical applications have emerged, the theoretical work has advanced understanding of exotic propulsion concepts. The psychological and sociological aspects of the Phoenix Lights incident continue to be studied. Researchers are interested in how large groups of people process and remember extraordinary experiences. The consistency of Phoenix Lights witness accounts challenges traditional understanding of group psychology and memory. Studies have shown that witness accounts have remained remarkably consistent over decades, unusual for group sightings. This consistency suggests that whatever was witnessed was objectively real rather than a product of suggestion or imagination. The incident has also become a case study in how authorities handle unexplained phenomena. The initial silence followed by partial explanation has become known as the Phoenix model of official response. This pattern has been observed in other unexplained phenomena, cases worldwide. Critics argue that this approach erodes public trust and prevents serious scientific investigation. Supporters claim it prevents public panic and maintains national security. The debate over appropriate official response to unexplained phenomena continues today. As we approach the 30th anniversary of the Phoenix Lights incident, interest in the case remains high. New witnesses occasionally come forward with accounts they kept private for decades. These delayed reports often provide additional details and perspectives on the incident. Some witnesses report they were intimidated or discouraged from speaking publicly at the time. The changing social climate regarding unexplained phenomena has made witnesses more comfortable sharing their experiences. Original witnesses continue to advocate for serious investigation and official transparency. Many have participated in recent government hearings and official investigations. Their continued involvement demonstrates the lasting impact the incident had on their lives. The Phoenix Lights case has also inspired a new generation of researchers and investigators. Young scientists and engineers have been motivated to pursue CAREERS in unexplained phenomena research. The case demonstrates that credible, well-documented incidents deserve serious scientific attention. Educational institutions have begun including the Phoenix Lights in courses about scientific methodology and critical thinking. The case illustrates how extraordinary claims should be evaluated using rigorous scientific principles. From a historical perspective, the Phoenix Lights represent a turning point in public perception of unexplained aerial phenomena. Before Phoenix, such incidents were often dismissed without serious investigation. The scale and credibility of the Phoenix Lights witnesses made dismissal impossible. The incident forced a more serious consideration of unexplained phenomena in mainstream discourse. This shift in attitude has contributed to recent government acknowledgments of unexplained aerial phenomena. The Phoenix Lights paved the way for more open discussion and investigation of such incidents. Technology has also advanced significantly since 1997, providing new tools for investigating similar incidents. High-definition cameras, advanced radar systems, and satellite monitoring could provide much more detailed evidence today. However, no incident since Phoenix has matched its scale or level of witness documentation. This uniqueness has made the Phoenix Lights a singular case in unexplained phenomena research. Researchers continue to hope for similar well-documented incidents that could provide more definitive answers. The environmental context of the Phoenix Lights has also been examined for clues about similar incidents. The desert Southwest has a high frequency of unexplained aerial phenomena reports. Some researchers theorize that atmospheric conditions in desert Regions may contribute to such sightings. Others suggest that military testing in the region may account for some unexplained sightings. However, the Phoenix Lights occurred over populated areas, making military testing an unlikely explanation. The proximity to several military installations has led to speculation about classified aircraft testing. Yet no known military aircraft from 1997 could account for the characteristics observed by witnesses. The international implications of the Phoenix Lights continue to be debated. If the objects were indeed advanced technological craft, their origin becomes a crucial question. No nation on Earth possessed technology matching the witnessed capabilities in 1997. This limitation has led to speculation about non-human intelligence or time-travel technology. While such theories remain speculative, they highlight the extraordinary nature of what was witnessed. The economic impact of the Phoenix Lights has been surprisingly significant. Phoenix has benefited from UFO tourism, with visitors coming specifically to learn about the incident. Annual conferences, tours, and events related to the Phoenix Lights generate substantial revenue. The incident has become part of Phoenix's cultural identity and marketing appeal. Books, documentaries, and merchandise related to the Phoenix Lights continue to sell worldwide. This commercial aspect demonstrates the enduring public fascination with the incident. The educational value of the Phoenix Lights case extends beyond unexplained phenomena research. The case is used to teach critical thinking, scientific methodology, and evidence evaluation. Students learn how to analyze witness testimony, assess physical evidence, and evaluate competing theories. The Phoenix Lights demonstrate the importance of keeping an open mind while maintaining scientific rigor. The case also illustrates how extraordinary events can challenge established paradigms. Legal implications of the Phoenix Lights have been largely overlooked, but are potentially significant. If the objects were indeed aircraft, they violated numerous aviation regulations and airspace restrictions. Flying without lights, navigation equipment, or flight plans over populated areas is illegal. Yet no enforcement action was ever taken, despite thousands of witnesses to the violations. This absence of legal consequences suggests either official sanction or inability to identify the operators. The legal precedent set by official inaction has implications for future similar incidents. As we examine potential future implications of the Phoenix Lights, several scenarios emerge. If similar incidents occur in the future, the Phoenix Lights provide a model for investigation and documentation. The case demonstrates the importance of taking witness testimony seriously and conducting thorough investigations. Future incidents might benefit from the lessons learned during the Phoenix Lights investigation. Improved technology and investigative methods could provide more definitive answers. The Phoenix Lights have also influenced how we think about the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Traditional SETI programs focus on radio signals from distant civilizations. The Phoenix Lights suggest that evidence of intelligence might manifest in more direct ways. This possibility has led to expanded search strategies and investigation techniques. Some researchers now advocate for comprehensive sky monitoring systems to detect future anomalous phenomena. The philosophical implications of the Phoenix Lights are profound and far-reaching. If the witnessed objects represent technology beyond current human capability, the implications for our understanding of intelligence and technology are enormous. The incident challenges anthropocentric views of intelligence and technological development. It suggests that our current understanding of physics and engineering may be incomplete. These implications extend to fields ranging from physics to philosophy to theology. The Phoenix Lights force us to confront fundamental questions about our place in the universe. As we near the conclusion of our investigation, we must address the most important question: what really happened on March 13, 1997? After examining all available evidence, witness testimony, and official explanations, certain conclusions emerge. First, something extraordinary undoubtedly occurred that night, over Arizona. The consistency and credibility of witness accounts make denial impossible. Thousands of people, including trained observers in government, officials, witnessed phenomena that defied conventional explanation. Second, conventional explanations are inadequate to account for all aspects of the incident. Military flares may explain the stationary lights seen later in the evening. However, this explanation completely fails to address the massive V-shaped formation witnessed across multiple states. No known aircraft or atmospheric phenomenon can account for the reported size, silence, and flight characteristics. Third, the official response to the incident was inadequate and potentially deliberately misleading. The 3-month delay in providing any explanation, followed by a partial explanation that ignored half the incident, suggests official knowledge that wasn't shared publicly. The mockery of witnesses by government officials was inappropriate and disrespectful. This pattern of official response has been observed in other unexplained phenomena cases worldwide. Fourth, the incident has had lasting impacts on witnesses, research, and public perception. The Phoenix Lights changed how unexplained phenomena are discussed and investigated. The case contributed to eventual government acknowledgement of unexplained aerial phenomena. It demonstrated that credible witnesses deserve serious consideration rather than ridicule. So what does this mean for our understanding of what happened that night? We are left with several possibilities, none entirely satisfactory. The objects could have been highly classified military aircraft using technology unknown to the public. However, even classified black projects from 1997 cannot account for the reported capabilities. The objects could have been some form of natural atmospheric phenomenon unknown to science. However, natural phenomena don't maintain perfect formations across hundreds of miles for hours. The objects could have been technology from a non-human intelligence. While this explanation addresses the advanced capabilities, it raises even more profound questions. The truth is that we simply don't know what happened over Arizona that night. This uncertainty is difficult for many people to accept, but it may be the most honest conclusion. Science progresses by acknowledging what we don't know and continuing to investigate. The Phoenix Lights represent one of those rare incidents that challenge our current understanding. Rather than forcing inadequate explanations, we should acknowledge the mystery and continue seeking answers. The witness testimony from the Phoenix Lights deserves our respect and serious consideration. These people risked ridicule and skepticism to report what they saw. Their courage in coming forward has contributed to our understanding of unexplained phenomena. We owe them gratitude for their willingness to share their extraordinary experiences. The investigation of the Phoenix Lights also demonstrates the importance of maintaining scientific objectivity. Neither blind belief nor automatic skepticism serves the cause of truth. The evidence should be evaluated fairly, regardless of whether it challenges conventional beliefs. Science advances by remaining open to unexpected discoveries. As we look to the future, the Phoenix Lights continue to inspire investigation and wonder. New witnesses occasionally come forward, adding to our understanding of what happened that night. Advanced analysis techniques may yet reveal new insights into the available evidence. Most importantly, the Phoenix Lights remind us that our universe still holds mysteries waiting to be solved. The case has also highlighted the need for better systems to investigate and document unexplained phenomena. Improved coordination between civilian witnesses, scientific researchers, and government agencies could provide better answers to future incidents. The Phoenix Lights demonstrated both the value of witness testimony and the need for physical evidence. Future similar incidents would benefit from immediate scientific investigation and evidence collection. The technological implications of the Phoenix Lights continue to fascinate engineers and physicists. If the witnessed objects were indeed technological craft, they represent achievements far beyond current human capability. Understanding how such craft could operate silently and maintain perfect formation could revolutionize human transportation and energy systems. Researchers continue to explore theoretical propulsion systems that might explain the observed characteristics. These studies, while speculative, contribute to our understanding of advanced physics and engineering possibilities. The Phoenix Lights have also influenced how we approach the question of life elsewhere in the universe. Traditional searches for extraterrestrial intelligence focus on detecting signals from distant civilizations. The Phoenix Lights suggest that evidence of intelligence might be much closer and more direct than previously imagined. This possibility has expanded our approach to searching for and recognizing intelligence in the universe. The incident has also raised important questions about government, transparency, and public trust. When thousands of citizens witness extraordinary phenomena, they deserve honest answers from their government. The inadequate official response to the Phoenix Lights damaged public trust and credibility. Recent government acknowledgments of unexplained aerial phenomena represent progress toward greater transparency. However, full disclosure of what authorities knew about the Phoenix Lights has never occurred. The cultural impact of the Phoenix Lights extends far beyond Arizona or the United States. The incident has become a global symbol of unexplained phenomena and the search for truth. People worldwide reference the Phoenix Lights when discussing their own unexplained experiences. The case has inspired artists, writers, filmmakers, and musicians to explore themes of mystery and wonder. Phoenix itself has embraced its association with the incident, recognizing it as part of the city's unique identity. The personal transformations experienced by witnesses remain one of the most compelling aspects of the case. Many witnesses report that seeing the Phoenix Lights fundamentally changed their worldview. They became more open to possibilities beyond conventional understanding. Some pursued careers in science or investigation, motivated by their experience. Others became advocates for government transparency and scientific open-mindedness. These personal transformations demonstrate the profound impact that unexplained experiences can have on individuals. The Phoenix Lights also highlight the role of community in processing extraordinary experiences. Witnesses found support and validation by connecting with others who shared their experience. Support groups and online communities provided forums for discussing the incident and its implications. This community aspect helped witnesses cope with skepticism and maintain confidence in their accounts. The phenomenon of collective witnessing, as demonstrated by the Phoenix Lights, challenges traditional approaches to evidence and testimony. When thousands of independent witnesses report the same extraordinary event, traditional skepticism becomes difficult to maintain. The Phoenix Lights force us to consider new frameworks for evaluating unusual claims. Mass witness events require different analytical approaches than single witness accounts. The incident has contributed to developing better methodologies for investigating collective experiences. Environmental factors may also play a role in unexplained phenomena like the Phoenix Lights. The clear desert atmosphere provided ideal visibility conditions for the sighting. Some researchers theorize that certain geographical or atmospheric conditions may be more conducive to such phenomena. The American Southwest has a disproportionately high number of unexplained aerial phenomena reports. Whether this is due to environmental factors, military activity, or other causes remains unclear. The timing of the Phoenix Lights, occurring in March 1997, also holds potential significance. This was a period of increased military activity and technological development in the region. Some researchers have explored whether classified projects or testing might explain the incident. However, no known projects from that era can account for the Chow reported characteristics. The March date also preceded widespread internet adoption, making coordinated hoaxes unlikely. The investigation techniques used to study the Phoenix Lights have evolved significantly over the decades. Early investigations relied primarily on witness interviews and basic video analysis. Modern techniques include computer-enhanced imagery, statistical analysis, and psychological evaluation. Advanced radar data analysis and atmospheric modeling provide additional investigative tools. Despite these advances, the core mystery of the Phoenix Lights remains unsolved. This persistence suggests that the incident represents a genuinely anomalous event. The Phoenix Lights have also influenced how media covers unexplained phenomena. Initial coverage was often sensationalized and focused on entertainment value rather than factual reporting. Over time, more serious journalistic approaches have emerged for covering such incidents. The credibility of Phoenix Lights witnesses helped establish standards for responsible reporting of unexplained phenomena. Modern coverage tends to focus more on evidence and witness credibility rather than sensational speculation. The international perspective on the Phoenix Lights reveals interesting cultural differences in approaching unexplained phenomena. Some countries have been more open to official investigation and acknowledgement of such incidents. Others maintain skeptical or dismissive official positions similar to the initial use response. The Phoenix Lights have become a benchmark case for comparing international approaches to unexplained phenomena. The case demonstrates the universal nature of human curiosity about mysterious events. Educational implications of the Phoenix Lights extend beyond science into philosophy and critical thinking. The case teaches valuable lessons about evidence evaluation, skepticism, and open-mindedness. Students learn to balance healthy skepticism with willingness to consider extraordinary possibilities. The Phoenix Lights demonstrate that dismissing evidence without investigation is as unscientific as accepting claims without scrutiny. These lessons have value far beyond unexplained phenomena. Research. The psychological impact on Phoenix area residents extended beyond those who directly witnessed the lights. The incident became part of local folklore and collective memory. Children who were too young to remember the original event grew up hearing stories about it. The Phoenix Lights became a shared cultural reference point for the Find community. This cultural integration demonstrates how extraordinary events become part of local identity. The incident also influenced Phoenix's relationship with the broader unexplained phenomena community. The city has become a pilgrimage site for people interested in such phenomena. Annual conferences and events attract visitors from around the world. This tourism has provided economic benefits while keeping the incident in public awareness. The Phoenix Lights have also inspired technological development in unexpected ways. The incident has motivated development of better sky monitoring and detection systems. Researchers have created networks of cameras and sensors to capture future anomalous events. These systems, while inspired by the Phoenix Lights, have applications for astronomy and atmospheric research. The incident demonstrates how anomalous events can drive technological innovation. Legal scholars have also examined the Phoenix Lights for precedents regarding airspace violations and government response. The incident raises questions about enforcement of aviation law when perpetrators cannot be identified. Government officials' right to remain silent about unexplained phenomena has been debated in legal circles. The case has influenced discussions about public transparency and official accountability. These legal implications extend beyond unexplained phenomena to broader questions of government transparency. The Phoenix Lights continue to challenge our understanding of what is possible in our universe. The incident suggests that our current scientific and technological paradigms may be incomplete. This possibility is both exciting and humbling for scientific understanding. The case reminds us that the universe is far larger and more mysterious than we often assume. It encourages continued exploration and open-minded investigation of anomalous phenomena. The Phoenix Lights also raise profound questions about humanity's place in the cosmos. If the witnessed objects represent advanced technology, the implications for human uniqueness are staggering. The incident forces us to consider possibilities that challenge anthropocentric worldviews. These philosophical implications extend far beyond the specific details of what happened that night. As we approach our conclusion, we must acknowledge the limitations of our investigation. Despite decades of research and analysis, we cannot definitively explain what happened over Arizona on March 13, 1997. This uncertainty is frustrating, but it may also be the most honest conclusion we can reach. Science advances by acknowledging what we don't know and continuing to seek answers. The Phoenix Lights represent a genuine mystery that deserves continued investigation. Future advances in technology and methodology may eventually provide answers. Until then, we must remain open to possibilities while maintaining scientific rigor. The witness testimony from the Phoenix Lights deserves our respect and serious consideration. Thousands of credible people risked ridicule to report what they experienced. Their accounts have remained consistent over decades, suggesting genuine experiences rather than delusion or deception. We owe these witnesses gratitude for their courage in coming forward. The Phoenix Lights have also demonstrated the importance of community and support in processing extraordinary experiences. Witnesses found strength and validation through connecting with others who shared their experience. This community aspect has helped maintain interest and investigation in the case over decades. The incident shows how extraordinary events can bring people together in pursuit of truth and understanding. Official handling of the Phoenix Lights provides important lessons about government transparency and public trust. The delayed and inadequate official response damaged credibility and fueled conspiracy theories. More transparent and honest official responses to future incidents would better serve public interest. Citizens deserve truthful answers when they witness extraordinary phenomena. The technological implications of the Phoenix Lights continue to inspire research and development. Understanding how such craft could operate might revolutionize human transportation and energy systems. Even if the technology remains beyond current human capability, studying the reported characteristics advances theoretical understanding. The incident demonstrates how anomalous phenomena can drive scientific progress. The Phoenix Lights have also influenced our approach to searching for intelligence in the universe. The incident suggests that evidence of advanced intelligence might be closer and more direct than previously imagined. This possibility has expanded search strategies and investigation techniques. The case reminds us to remain alert for unexpected forms of evidence and contact. Cultural and artistic impacts of the Phoenix Lights extend far beyond factual investigation. The incident has inspired countless works of art, literature, music, and film. These creative works explore themes of mystery, wonder, and humanity's place in the cosmos. The Phoenix Lights have become a symbol of the unknown and that ended possible. This cultural significance ensures the incident will be remembered, regardless of future explanations. The personal transformations experienced by witnesses remain one of the most compelling aspects of the case. Many people report that witnessing the Phoenix Lights fundamentally changed their worldview. They became more open to possibilities beyond conventional understanding. Some pursued new careers or interests motivated by their rare experience. These personal transformations demonstrate the profound impact of unexplained encounters. The Phoenix Lights also highlight the importance of maintaining scientific objectivity while remaining open to extraordinary possibilities. Neither blind skepticism nor uncritical acceptance serves the pursuit of truth. The evidence must be evaluated fairly, regardless of how it challenges conventional beliefs. This balanced approach is essential for scientific progress and understanding. As we look toward the future, the Phoenix Lights continue to inspire investigation and wonder. New witnesses occasionally come forward, adding details to our understanding of that remarkable night. Advanced analysis techniques may yet reveal new insights into the available evidence. Most importantly, the case reminds us that our universe still holds mysteries waiting to be solved. The Phoenix Lights represent more than just an unexplained incident from 1997. They symbolize humanity's eternal quest to understand the unknown and explore the impossible. The case demonstrates the power of human curiosity and the importance of taking extraordinary claims seriously. Whether the lights were advanced technology, natural phenomena, or something else entirely, they have enriched our understanding of mystery and wonder. The thousands of witnesses who saw something extraordinary that night have given us a gift. They have reminded us that the universe is far stranger and more wonderful than we often imagine. Their accounts challenge us to think beyond conventional boundaries and remain open to extraordinary possibilities. In our quest to understand the Phoenix Lights, we have explored science, technology, psychology, sociology, and philosophy. We have examined witness testimony, physical evidence, official responses, and cultural impacts. We have considered conventional explanations and extraordinary theories. Through it all, the core mystery remains. What did thousands of people see over Arizona on March 13, 1997? Perhaps the answer matters less than the journey of investigation itself. The Phoenix Lights have taught us about the importance of taking witness testimony seriously. They have shown us the need for government transparency and scientific objectivity. They have demonstrated the power of community in processing extraordinary experiences. They have inspired technological development and expanded our search for intelligence in the universe. Most importantly, they have reminded us that wonder and mystery are essential parts of the human experience. As we conclude our investigation, we return to that clear desert night in March 1997. Thousands of people looked up at the Arizona sky and saw something that changed their lives forever. They saw massive, silent objects moving in perfect formation across hundreds of miles. They witnessed technology that seemed to defy known physics and engineering principles. They experienced something that conventional science cannot yet explain. Whether those objects represented advanced human technology, natural phenomena, or something more extraordinary, they have left an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. The Phoenix Lights have become more than just an unexplained incident. They have become a symbol of mystery, wonder, and the endless possibilities that surround us. They remind us that despite all our scientific and technological advances, the universe still holds secrets waiting to be discovered. They challenge us to remain curious, open-minded, and humble in the face of the unknown. The witnesses to the Phoenix Lights have given us a precious gift. They have shown us that extraordinary things are possible. In a world often dominated by cynicism and skepticism, they have reminded us of the importance of wonder. They have encouraged us to look up the night sky and remember that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. As you go about your daily life, remember the Phoenix Lights. Remember that thousands of ordinary people witnessed something extraordinary. Remember that conventional explanations don't always account for everything we experience. Remember that the universe is vast, mysterious, and full of possibilities we can barely imagine. And remember that sometimes, on clear desert nights, the impossible becomes visible for all to see. The Phoenix Lights of March 13, 1997 remain one of the most compelling unexplained phenomena of our time. They have challenged our understanding, inspired our imagination, and reminded us of the wonder that surrounds us. Whether we ever fully understand what happened that night, the Phoenix Lights will continue to inspire curiosity and wonder for generations to come. They are a testament to the power of human observation, the importance of scientific inquiry, and the endless mystery of our universe. In the end, perhaps that is enough. Perhaps the true value of the Phoenix Lights lies not in solving the mystery, but in preserving the wonder. Perhaps they remind us that some questions are more important than their answers. Perhaps they teach us that the universe is far more extraordinary than we dare to imagine. And perhaps that is the greatest lesson of all. The Phoenix Lights, a mystery that changed how we see the sky, challenged how we think about the possible, and reminded us that wonder is never far away. On March 13, 1997, thousands of people looked up and saw the impossible. Their courage in sharing what they witnessed has given us one of the most compelling mysteries of our time. We may never fully understand what they saw, but we can honor their experience and remain open to the extraordinary. The Phoenix Lights remind us that the universe is vast, mysterious, and full of wonders beyond our current understanding. They challenge us to remain curious, maintain scientific objectivity, and never stop looking up at the night sky. For in that vast expanse above us, mysteries like the Phoenix Lights await discovery. And who knows what extraordinary sights future generations might witness on clear desert nights. The Phoenix Lights of 1997 have secured their place in history as one of the most documented and compelling unexplained phenomena ever recorded. They stand as a testament to the power of collective witness, the importance of scientific inquiry, and the enduring mystery of our universe. Whether they represented advanced technology, natural phenomena, or something beyond our current understanding, they have enriched our collective human experience. They have reminded us that wonder, mystery, and the impossible are always just one clear night away. And in a universe as vast and mysterious as ours, that may be the most important lesson of all. Thank you for joining me on this investigation into the Phoenix Lights. May you always remember to look up at the night sky with wonder, and remain open to the extraordinary possibilities that surround us all. The truth may be out there, and sometimes it makes itself known to thousands of witnesses on clear desert nights in Arizona. The Phoenix Lights, a mystery for the ages, a challenge to our understanding, and a reminder that the universe is far more extraordinary than we can imagine. Until next time, keep looking up, keep questioning, and never stop wondering about the mysteries that surround us. Because somewhere in that vast expanse above, the next Phoenix Lights may already be approaching. End of documentary.